When I was in vet school, I only had a 2-week rotation in exotic animal medicine, and at that time I knew nothing about exotic pets. But after the 2-week rotation, I was really fascinated with it. And so when I got out of school, I tried to find a veterinarian that did see exotic pets, and so I learned a lot from her. Over the years, I've also attended conferences on exotic animal medicine, and I've done several webinars and wet labs, and it's always interesting to me because every pet is different, and most veterinarians are scared to even handle any kind of exotic pet. But my advice to you is to not be afraid, because you have to approach these patients with confidence, but also patience and observation. And that's how I've learned to use my skills in exotic animal medicine. So why did I decide to own a practice? Well, there's a lot that goes into that. And the biggest thing that I think drove me was that I had so many years of learning medicine and surgery in a general practice. I was in a general practice for 17 years before I decided to open my own. And it might have been a long time. Some people try to own a practice earlier, but what it did for me was made sure that I had a foundation where I could run a hospital by myself, where I didn't need a mentor and I didn't need to rely on somebody else for feedback. While that's always great to have, I think it's very important to make sure that you are very solid in your ways that you practice medicine and do surgery before you jump into that role. Other things where I wanted to lead a team. I'm always a goal seeker. I'm always trying to hit the next challenge, and for me it's fun to build a team work environment to see how we succeed as a group, and that's what drives me. One of my mottos here though, and to make sure that you do this, is to have fun. So my motto here is work hard to play hard, and that's why. All right, so trying to manage a work-life balance in the veterinary career is very challenging at times because this profession is very demanding, but it's so important. You know, spending time to enjoy the things that you love to do not only gives you a break from the stress and the emotional roller coaster and all of the things that we see on a day-to-day basis, but it also helps recharge you for each week. So I spend my time gardening, I love to go out on the boat, I spend my times with my kids, and when I opened this practice, it was very important for me to not work on weekends, and that's one of the things that I have here is that I don't open weekends so that I can have time to recharge myself for each week. And it makes me a better vet when I come in and I'm not as stressed out because I was able to take a break for myself. So trying to maintain a positive attitude and making sure that your mental health is in check is very difficult sometimes in the veterinary profession, because I think we as professionals feel like we always have to be the best of the best, and our qualities that make us great veterinarians are we're always overachievers and we're perfectionists, and sometimes these qualities tend to be a little overwhelming. And so what's helped me in my 20 some odd years that I've been practicing now is that I am very strong in my faith, and so spending time in prayer and spending my time in church on Sundays has helped me to realize that God has given each of us very special talents, and He wants us to use those, not only to help our pets or clients' pets, but to help people too. And when I see the gratification of me being able to help people with their pets and maintaining that loving relationship that they have, it's rewarding. And then it helps me to stay in check with my positivity and my mental health.